Hello everybody, welcome to Yesterday's Tomorrows. Today on my tutorial, I'm going to show you how you take a terracotta pot and turn it into a cement vintagey style pot that looks like it's been sitting in the elements forever. Now I'm just taking dry deck lightweight joint compound and putting it on with a plastic glove and smoothing it out with my fingers. If you can see that. Now what I love about this pink one is that it will let you know when it's dry, when it turns white. So this is the best thing. I just found it the other day. And if you can see that pot already on the side, it's starting to turn white. That means it's dry. The thicker you put it on, the more definition you're going to find. Now, I'm just taking this little rubber stomper I found in the Dollar Tree, and I'm pouncing on it. And that's just giving it more of an effect, if you can see right there. Look at that. See right there, it says dries. It's a dry time indicator. Goes on pink, dries white. It's so fun to use. All right, so there we go. It is all dry. Now we're going to make it look like stone. So I'm taking 3 colors of gray paint by Pinkator. The first color I'm using is called Gustave, and it's a very light gray. So I'm just dry brushing it on just with a paintbrush, and I'm not putting it on thick. If you can see, it's just going to be a dry brush. We're going to be using 3 colors of gray, and by using the 3 colors, it's always going to give it more of a weathered effect. Okay, so the second color I'm using is Pinkator. It's called Queen's Court, and if you could see, I'm brushing right over the Gustave that I put on there. I'm not covering it up the whole thing, but just adding layers. The more layers you put on, the more of a weathered effect that is going to give your terracotta pot. Then this third color I'm using is called Weather Wood, and I started pouncing it on, if you can see right there with the little rubber pouncer, but it wasn't giving me enough effect, so then I decided, oh, there we go. See, now I need a brush, so I'm brushing it on. The pouncing didn't give it enough coverage, so I'm just taking a brush and going to brush it on. Now we're going to dry it and making sure that it's all completely dry. And if you can see on to the left, I had some transfers I was going to put on, but I had a change of my mind. The transfers just didn't go with the color pot that it ended up looking like. So instead, I'm going to go with some stamping. So we're going to do some stamping on it instead of putting the transfers. Look at how pretty that pot looks. And look at all the texture in there. It just came out beautiful. So first I'm taking some archival ink in the color Brown Espresso, and I'm just going around the pot real slightly just to give it another layer of color. Look at that, guys. Isn't that come pretty with the archival ink? So here's my stamp I decided to use instead of my transfer. And I'm putting it on with archival ink called Black Soot. You can use any stamp you want. You're really not going to see the exact, I don't want the stamp, if I'm saying correctly, I don't want the stamp to look perfect because this pot is supposed to look old, like it's been out in the elements for years and years and years. So I'm not looking to see the exact wording. I'm not looking for clean, crisp lines on it. I'm just putting it on, and also after I take it off, I'm also going to sand it back a little bit just to make it look a little bit more rougher, like if the elements washed some of it away. So if you can see, I'm just taking a light sanding pad and I'm sanding it down. Isn't that pretty? So now I'm just taking some florals that I got at Hobby Lobby the other day and then just putting it in. And I thought a cute little touch would also be taking a little doily and hanging it from the outside of the pot, just like so. And now you got some spring decor for your spring home decor for season 2023. Happy creating, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me.